Welcome to Reality Reveals. In today's world, social media is everywhere. It entertains us, informs us, and connects us like never before. But behind the filters, likes, and endless scrolling, there is another story, a darker story. This documentary uncovers the hidden side of social media, how it impacts our minds, our societies, and even our freedom. In the beginning, social media was celebrated as a revolution of human connection. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and later TikTok promised a borderless world where everyone could share ideas, stories, and experiences. For many, it was the first time they could communicate instantly with friends and family thousands of miles away. Businesses discovered new ways to reach customers, activists used hashtags to launch powerful movements, and individuals could finally express their voices to a global audience. But as this digital utopia grew, a darker reality started to emerge. Behind the colorful interfaces and cheerful emojis lies a system carefully designed to keep users hooked, to collect their data, and to influence their behavior in ways most of us never stop to question. Social media, once a tool of liberation, has quietly transformed into a powerful force of control. Companies have mastered the art of manipulating attention. They know exactly how to keep us scrolling, tapping, and swiping for hours, feeding on our dopamine responses like digital slot machines. Every notification, like, and share is part of a larger psychological experiment. What started as a simple idea to connect people has now become a multi-trillion-dollar industry that thrives on keeping us online, often at the cost of our mental health, relationships, and even democracy. One of the most troubling aspects of social media is its impact on mental health. Studies across the world show a strong link between excessive use of these platforms and issues like anxiety, depression, loneliness, and reduced self-esteem. Teenagers are especially vulnerable. They grow up measuring their worth through likes, comments, and followers. When a post fails to perform, it can feel like a personal rejection. Algorithms amplify this problem by rewarding extreme or attention-grabbing content, which often pressures users to create exaggerated or even harmful posts just to stay relevant. The result is a constant cycle of comparison, competition, and dissatisfaction. Influencers may look perfect online, but behind the scenes many struggle with the same insecurities as their followers, often intensified by the very platforms that made them famous. Cyberbullying is another devastating consequence. Social media gives bullies a 24/7 stage where attacks can reach hundreds or thousands instantly. Victims often feel they cannot escape, as their phone, once a source of connection, becomes a constant reminder of harassment. Even adults are not immune. Online shaming, cancel culture, and mob attacks can destroy reputations overnight. For many, the psychological weight of living in a digital world where every mistake can go viral is unbearable. Beyond personal struggles, social media also shapes how we understand reality itself. Algorithms decide what we see and what we don't. Two people in the same city may log into the same platform and receive entirely different news feeds tailored to their behavior, preferences, and browsing history. On the surface, this seems harmless, even useful. But it creates digital echo chambers where people are constantly fed information that confirms their existing beliefs. Over time, this divides communities and fuels polarization. Fake news spreads faster than truth because sensational headlines and emotional content grab attention more effectively. Political groups and even foreign governments exploit this system to manipulate public opinion. Elections have been influenced, protests have been organized, and entire societies have been destabilized through the invisible power of social media feeds. What was once a tool of democracy now has the power to undermine it. The danger lies not only in misinformation, but also in the lack of transparency. Most people have no idea how algorithms work or why they are shown certain content. This hidden layer of control makes it nearly impossible to separate truth from manipulation. Another dark truth is the issue of privacy. Every click, search, and interaction is recorded, analyzed, and stored. Social media platforms collect an unimaginable amount of personal data, from our locations and shopping habits to our political opinions and private conversations. This data is then sold to advertisers or shared with third parties, creating detailed profiles that can predict and even influence our future behavior. For many companies, users are not customers, they are the product. The Cambridge Analytica scandal revealed just how powerful and dangerous this system can be, as millions of Facebook users had their personal information harvested without consent and used to target them with political propaganda. While privacy policies and regulations exist, they often lag behind the rapid pace of technology. Meanwhile, ordinary people continue to trade their privacy for the convenience of free services. The truth is, nothing is truly free. We pay with our time, our attention, and our personal data. Even when we log off, our information remains stored, analyzed, and monetized. This constant surveillance creates a chilling effect, where people begin to self-censor, fearing that every word or action online might one day be used against them.
Despite all of these dangers, the story of social media is not purely negative. It is important to remember that these platforms are tools, and tools can be used for both good and harm. Social media has given marginalized voices a platform. It has connected families across continents, and it has spread awareness about issues that might otherwise remain hidden. But the darker side cannot be ignored. The challenge for the future is balance, finding ways to enjoy the benefits of digital connection without becoming victims of its manipulation. This requires awareness, education, and responsibility. Governments must regulate platforms to protect citizens. Companies must act with greater transparency, and individuals must learn to use social media mindfully rather than compulsively. We need to teach young generations digital literacy so they can recognize when they are being manipulated, when news is fake, and when to put down the phone and engage with the real world. The dark side of social media is not an unstoppable force, it is a human-made system, and humans have the power to change it. The question is, will we? Or will we continue to scroll blindly, while our attention, our data, and our humanity slowly slip away? Social media has changed the world forever. The question is not whether we should use it, but how we should use it. The future of our mental health, our privacy, and even our societies depends on the choices we make today. Awareness is the first step. What we do next, that is up to all of us. This was Reality Reveals. If you found this documentary meaningful, don't forget to like, comment, and share. And of course, subscribe for more eye-opening stories.